Something went wrong somewhere. Audio. Cyber Monday, huh?
Yeah, Cyber Monday, all right.
Something went wrong somewhere. I hear you, but it's different. Audio. Yours, is it mine?
I don't know. Hold on 1 second here. I'm trying to find the screen.
Cyber Monday, huh?
Oh gosh. You there?
Got you.
Yeah, I killed the music. I don't know what happened with that wacky screen. Oh, what the heck is going on? What in the world?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
All right, then try it
there?
again. Got you.
All right,
Yeah,
there
I
we
killed the
go.
music.
Sorry
I
about
don't
that,
know
everybody.
what happened with that wacky screen?
What
Oh,
in the world is there's an echo? Hold on, I'm gonna. What in something?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
All right, then we're having technical difficulties, everybody, so please bear with us.
All right,
Yeah,
there
I
we
killed the
go.
music.
Sorry
I
about
don't
that,
know what
everybody.
happened
Whoa.
with that wacky screen?
What?
Oh,
Let me
in the
exit.
world
Is there's an echo? All right.
So what was it?
All righty, everybody. We're back. We had a little.
I don't
bit of
see
a-
you.
Hold on.
There you are.
All righty, everybody. We're back. I'm not sure what happened. I did upgrade some software yesterday, so maybe that's what did it. But the intro music on one of the screens kept on going over and over again. Today we've got a special episode. It's our Cyber Monday deals. And Steve, do you know what Cyber Monday is?
Cyber Monday. Is that something to do with Elon Musk?
No,
Cybertruck?
no. For once,
No?
we're not doing a show on Elon.
Then Dan, you got me. I don't know. I've heard of Black Friday. All right, but I have not. Don't call that Cyber Monday.
Well, Cyber Monday is kind of like Black Friday. It is where if people did not get an opportunity to go and shop on Black Friday, they can do a lot of their stuff online. You know, where you can buy the stuff online and then pick it up at the store. And so most of the same retailers that actually have sales on Black Friday actually have sales on Cyber Monday. The only problem is that there's a lot more knickknacks, I think, on Cyber Monday.
Why do you say that?
Knickknacks means there's a lot of other stuff beyond the usual electronics, computers, laptops, and things like that. So there's a lot of other stuff that, you know, for people that are interested in something other than electronics. Even though electronics is a big thing, there's a lot more than just electronics. So we're going to go ahead and flip real quick
All right.
over to the virtual theater. Well, we were already in the virtual theater. You should have told me.
I did. You didn't listen to me.
Ay, ay, ay. All right. Well, we've got our virtual iPad on. And I don't know if you noticed, but we upgraded our website. We're now 100% mobile. So anybody who misses any of the live streams that we have can actually go to the website and find them. We've got a section called recently streamed videos, and you can pick what you want to see. We still.
I got a question for you. I'm going to
Uh-huh.
put you on the spot.
Uh-huh.
The jersey. Did it ever come in? Did you ever give it to the person?
Yep, it came in. It came in while I was in the hospital, and they came and picked it up that weekend that Annette came back down. They picked it up. So I haven't heard any more with regards to, whether it fit or it didn't. But, the assumption is that if it was the right size they ordered, it should fit, right?
Right.
But yeah, the jersey came in, so that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
But
All right, cool.
unfortunately, it had already come in. It was sitting in the mailbox for a couple of weeks since, I was out.
Yes,
But
sir.
we finally got it in, and haven't decided yet on when we're going to do another raffle. We had talked about doing a raffle of a jersey, but a jersey for your cat or dog. And I thought about it. Those tickets won't be as high as some of the others. I can't remember what did we sell the tickets for? It was like what, $5?
5.
So those wouldn't be $5, right? Because they're obviously those jerseys are much cheaper, obviously for canines and felines. So,
Yes.
but they definitely would come in handy for the upcoming games. I don't want to
Yes,
say
they
the
would.
Super Bowl yet, but we're getting there.
Awesome, man. All right, all right. Hey, just thought I posed that question because I had not heard anything, and I know our viewers were probably wondering the same question. Hey, who won, and did they pick it up? Did they not pick it up? All
Yeah, they
those.
did. They did.
Cool. Awesome,
So
awesome, awesome.
obviously, if you want to check out news about the Cowboys, you can go to the section called Dallas Cowboys. You can pick up, any of the news with regards to that as well. So, but that's the latest there. But really, we're not here to talk about the website today. We're here to talk about Cyber Monday. And the very
Yes,
first
sir.
section we're going to go to is Amazon. Amazon's big when it comes to Cyber Monday deals. So we're going to go ahead and click on the section they've got for Cyber Monday. And obviously, Ring doorbells, and cameras and bundles are up to 50% off, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you have a Ring system?
Yes, I have a Ring system, and I have another alarm system.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two. All right. The
And how
Ring
do
I
you
use
like
it
the
for my
Ring?
doorbell and for the front garage, and then my other system is for everything else.
And how do you like the Ring doorbell?
I'll be honest with you. Let me tell you, I was in Washington D.C. on assignment. Somebody rang the doorbell. My family was home. My family didn't hear it. I answered it.
Yeah.
It was awesome. All right. So I answered it. Answered the question. Person left. My family didn't even know anybody was out there.
Wow.
So I'm very, very, very impressed.
Well, I don't know how much you originally paid for it, but obviously they're saying that the list price is around $99, and right now you can get 45% off for $54,
Ain't
according
bad.
to, yeah. So they've got that, and then of course they've got the bundles, where you can get the Alexa show. Now, what's interesting about this, I don't know if that includes the doorbell and the show. They're practically giving away the show.
That's what it says.
right? Look at that.
Yep.
Actually, one of my devices that I had was the Facebook portal or the Meta portal.
Uh-huh.
And when I came back from Houston, we were that portal, we had it in the kitchen. And so we had it right next to the stove. And we used it, to pull up recipes or whatever while we were cooking. And we've had it for years. Well, it looked like it was kind of like dingy and greasy, I guess, from all the grease splatter.
Uh-huh.
And so I
Mm-hmm.
decided to go ahead and clean it. So I put some cleaner, but for whatever reason, I ended up somehow when we were gone, I know that my in-laws were in the house, and I think somebody pressed the feature where it is accessibility, so it's for handicapped people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, I don't know if on the iPhone, but on the Android, if you're not careful when you hit the volume up and down button, you can activate accessibility. So now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're blind or you're deaf, well, I guess deaf wouldn't work, right? But blind, uh, you can hear it, but it's very slow, the responses, right? Well, I couldn't deactivate it. I finally figured out on my Android phone how to deactivate it, so I've gotten good at it because it happens quite often.
Wow.
But on this thing, I couldn't do it. So it said hold the volume up and volume down buttons. Well, when I hit it, the buttons actually went into the chassis. They broke. Yeah. So now it
That's a
turns on.
sign.
Huh?
That's a sign. That's a
Yeah.
sign.
The problem is that I can't even access it to format it to throw it away. So anybody who's got, if I were to throw this out the door and somebody grabbed it, well, they could access my Facebook account. I'm almost gonna have to take a sledgehammer or a
Well,
hammer
that's what
and
I was
break,
gonna say. Get a hammer.
right? But
Get a
yeah,
hammer to it.
so so I I need one of those. I need one of those shows,
There we go, man. There we go. Hey, I have one in the bedroom.
you know, and so it's something that's pretty cool. Yeah, for $64, I wouldn't mind something like that because right now I've got a couple of Echoes. I've got the cube one. We've got a cube one, and then the cube one with the clock. And so I use that as my alarm to wake up in the morning. So,
All right.
but that's not bad for $64. When you get both devices. It
Right.
probably isn't the latest generation of the show, but heck, for basic stuff like that. And of course, they've got some other Ring products. I mean, I didn't know Ring had other things like
Yeah.
spotlight cameras and floodlights with cameras built in.
I have the spotlight and I have the indoor hammer also.
Oh, you have that as well?
Yep.
Wow. Man, you're
So
completely wired.
wireless.
I know. I know it's wireless. You're saying you're just connected in general. I guess that would be
Yeah.
it.
The only issue is no internet.
Well, that's true. But that's all alarm systems now today.
Right.
Back in the old days, it was hardwired to your telephone wire. But, there's not a whole lot of people that have telephone wires today.
Telephone. What is that?
I know. Back when we used to
Telephone. What
pay
is
nothing for telephones.
that?
Well, the other thing is if you're into gaming, obviously, there's gaming laptops right now that they've got on sale. And what I noticed earlier, because I was going through these, is that before about a year ago, when you bought gaming laptops, they typically were 17 inches. Uh, but I've always thought that those laptops at 17 inches are just too huge. I mean, they're like boat anchors. So I
Right.
noticed that this year they've dropped it down to 16 inches. I don't know how much an inch makes, but obviously when it comes to laptops, I guess it's important. So one of the ones that I caught my attention was this one. It's an i7 based gaming laptop. It's made by Acer. It's called the Predator. And one of the interesting things about this laptop is it comes with the GeForce RTX 4060 chip installed. So the 4060 is the latest, I believe, the latest NVIDIA graphics chipset. It's the highest chipset that you can get. So that's pretty good, and it comes with 16 gigs of RAM, a terabyte SSD card, and it's got the Wi-Fi 6E, which I guess is the latest.
Why is there a killer Wi-Fi C?
I don't know why they call it killer. I guess we could always go down and check what makes it killer. Let's see here. It doesn't say a whole lot about
Or
why it's
Intel
killer.
killer 26 Ethernet control Intel killer. All right.
But that's not bad for a $1,200 laptop. I mean, a gaming laptop. I mean, once again, this is really meant for people that game and people that video stream. That is really the only reason why anybody would look at a high-end laptop like this, because these are high-end. These are not, your normal day-to-day laptops. These are high-end laptops with the best graphics and so forth. But like in my case, I wouldn't mind having one of these to supplement, what I use here for streaming, especially if I'm on the road. That would work pretty good. But for $1,200, that's not a bad deal. And then, of course, they still have the traditional 15-inch laptops as well. Those are based on the, hold on, what did I do? I guess I clicked on the, they still have the 15-inch. That's based on the 3070. Now, keep in mind the 3070s is still pretty good. The 3070 and the 30A NVIDIA graphics chipset is still pretty good. And I'm not exactly sure why these are kind of more expensive than the other. Because this one is 32 gigs of RAM. Look at that.
That's why.
Yeah, and I believe that the other one was
16.
Yeah. The only other thing was I was trying to figure out how many cores the processor has, because that's also the other thing. The more cores you have, the faster it is. So maybe this one doesn't say how many cores it has, but obviously some of these other ones, like these, some of these tell you how many cores they actually have. I think the other one told. I think this one. I guess 14.
i7, 14 i7.
Yeah. Yeah. So for anybody out there looking for, laptop deals, and they've got some cheaper ones too, obviously. They've got some as low as $699,
There's a $599 there.
Yeah. Like this one for $599. It's based on an i5. It only comes with 8 gigs of RAM, and it is the 3050. That's still not bad. Now, what I don't know is if these are actually upgradable beyond the 8. I mean, I know that you can swap out the 512 gigabyte PCI SSD drive for like a 1 terabyte or a 2 terabyte. You can do that. But sometimes these laptops, as you find out a lot of times with the Mac, is that if you get the Mac with an 8, that's all you can upgrade it. You're out of luck. There's no upgradability path. And even on the Windows side, on some of the cheaper laptops that come with 8 gigs, you quickly find out that somebody by the name of Leo Granado just said, "Wake up, Steve."
That's my coworker. I don't see any comments.
Hold on, let me turn him on. Give me a second.
He needs a new laptop.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he does. Hey.
He is at the right place. It's just money. His money. Anyway,
Shout out to Leo. What's up, Leo?
as I tell you, you guys are highly compensated government employees.
Hey. Yeah.
Let's see here. Where, oh, where? I thought for sure. Let's see. Yeah, it's there. I wonder if it's behind the screens. More than likely, that's why you can't see
It
it.
might be. All right, cool. As long as you know what they're out there.
Yeah, I'll mention them as we go through.
All right, cool.
All right, so that's not a bad laptop. You know, if it's upgradable, man, you can upgrade it, you know, to 16 and you should be good. Oh, yeah, look at that. It says internal specifications 8 gigs DDR4 3200 megahertz memory, but you can max
32
it to
gig.
32 gigs. So yeah,
There we go.
and memory's pretty cheap, so that might not be a bad deal right there, you know. It is a 15-incher though. You know, that's the only thing. It depends, you know, whether you're cool with that size or not.
I believe Leo likes that size.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So those are some of the deals right there. Let me go back here. There we go. Let's see here. Does Nancy have a KitchenAid mixer?
Yes, he does.
Well, definitely they've got all kinds of sales for all kinds of accessories if she's interested.
No, she's not.
You can get the meat
Look at
grinder.
that price, dude.
Hey, but it's quality. The cakes that come out with that KitchenAid are not the same as the Sunbeam.
Alrighty now.
I mean,
I don't know where you did that from.
They come out more spongy, more tasty. I mean, there's a big difference between the KitchenAid and the Sunbeam.
Uh-huh. Sure,
You know?
my friend, sure.
How about maybe she's interested in, instead of lugging that big thing around? See, I don't know if I told you that we have one. And unfortunately, you know, my kitchen is not big enough, so I can't hold a lot of appliances on the counter. And that's one of the appliances that just doesn't stay there permanently, so I have it under the cabinet. Well, that thing is responsible for giving me a hairline fracture on my foot because it fell from the cabinet right on top of my foot. So that thing's heavy. But maybe she'd be interested in a one of these hand mixers, also by KitchenAid. Look at that.
No. She's not interested in any of that, sir. Right?
I mean, why would you want her to use a Revolve or something from Walmart que más te cuesta $9?
Hey, it's cheaper.
No, but the hooks don't rust with that one because it's KitchenAid.
Uh-huh.
And it comes with.
Yeah. Are you being sponsored by KitchenAid or what?
No, I wish I was. I wish I was sponsored by a lot of people. And then, of course, you can get it in different colors: red, pink, gray.
Hey, that's Leo's favorite color, pink.
Ah, okay. I mean, so definitely, you know, there's some deals there. Let's see what else we can find.
Hey, check Fire Sticks.
Hold on. Let's see. Yep, there's Fire Sticks up to 50% off. Well, you've got the cheapest Fire Stick. Actually, the cheapest Fire Stick is $15. But that one's the Amazon Fire Stick TV Stick Lite. That just has HD streaming. Obviously, if you want 4K, then you want to go the next model up, which is the all-new Amazon Fire Stick 4K streaming device. That's $24. And then they've got another one, which is kind of interesting. It's called an Amazon Fire TV Stick HD, only sharp picture quality. So I'm not sure what the difference is between the cheap one, the $15 one, and the $19 one, but I guess I would go with the $19 one.
The $15 one doesn't have volume.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with the $19 one, you control your volume. With the $15 one, you can't.
Ah, okay. Well, then they've got the one for $40 or $39.99, which is the Fire Stick 4K Max streaming device.
Man.
So, if you really want to go all out, then you can get the Amazon Fire TV Cube.
That's all right.
You know, it's only $100.
It's $100 I don't have right now, so no. I'll go with the $19.99.
Yeah. And look who's got a Cyber Monday deal. Victoria's Secrets.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. They've got all kinds of body sprays and stuff like that. They've got t-shirts and they even have lingerie. Look at that. Now online. Yep. But you don't want to end up
Wow.
with another child, so we won't go. We won't stay on
No.
this.
No,
Look
no,
at that.
you need
Victoria's
to search off that
Secrets.
page, sir.
Ay, ay, ay. Hey, at least online you won't get in trouble instead of going to the mall.
Well, hey, I go to a tourist is all the time with my wife.
Ah, okay. All right. So let's see here. The other thing that caught my attention, and I saw this from one of our, high school friends, is they actually got the Meta Quest virtual reality headset over the weekend, and they were playing with
Oh
it.
wow.
So I guess what happens is that Facebook, and I haven't done the research, but I guess on Facebook or Meta or whatever they're called, you can play some of the VR games they have now with virtual reality.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, if you're interested in something like that. I think a few years ago when we were up in San Antonio, I took my daughter um to the Microsoft store. I think it was in San Antonio. Or was it Houston? I can't remember which one it is. I know there's an Apple store at what's that mall? North Star?
North Star Mall, there's an
But
Apple store,
I
and at the
I
Galleria, there's an Apple store.
yeah, and I think there's also a Microsoft store. And the Microsoft store had the HoloLens at the time. Now, unfortunately, a lot has, that's this kind of stuff has come and gone. You know, haven't heard a whole lot about HoloLens anymore. But this kind of stuff, is kind of up in the air as where it's going to head. The ideal thing will be when something like the Google glasses happens. When they're nice and thin, and you'll be able to put them on just like regular glasses, and on the other side you'll see your windows. That would be
Yes.
ideal. When with something like this that's kind of cumbersome, kind of big and cumbersome, I'm not really sure that this is something that would be ideal. At least I don't think I'd be interested.
My daughter got this about 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
We got it from the base.
Yeah.
All right. And she uses it every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Yeah.
So she liked it.
Yeah.
But it's weird seeing somebody doing certain movements and inside the room, and there's nobody there. There's nothing there, and then you see, oh, all right, she has that thing on. All right.
Yeah. Well, of course, traditionally, you always have a lot of TVs on sale. And, we talked about this last week in one of the other shows about TVs, but they definitely have some TVs. If you're interested in a TV for the patio or the garage or something, they've got some 32-inch 720p's out there.
Again, 32 inches is just too small, dude.
Well, I know, but like in the patio, you could put a few of those out there.
A few?
At least 2 or 3.
Man.
Somehow you got to keep the
No.
guests entertained.
Hey, I don't have any guests in my house, so
Well, I
Sorry.
have one, once in a while I'll have somebody over, But
And
my
it's a
TV,
Fire TV. I just saw that.
yeah, it's a Fire TV. And like they've got the Insignia. Before, Insignia used to be sold exclusively at Best Buy, but I guess now even Amazon sells that brand. And I don't know who is behind the name Insignia,
I don't know.
but they definitely have a 43-inch 4K ultra high definition for about $169. I guess if I were to replace the one that crapped out in the patio, it'd probably be with at least a 40-inch because I think that's what is the one that's out there that's broken. And then of course, if you're looking for something a little bigger for the bedroom, then they've got one by TCL, also a Fire TV for $259. What's kind of interesting is all these TVs, have you noticed all of them here that are being sold through Amazon, they're all Fire TVs. I don't see any Rokus. Do you see that?
Right.
Like, look at that. Do you see that? So they're really pushing their Fire TVs big time. Of course, if we go over to Walmart, you'll probably see
Right.
the
They'll have the
opposite.
other ones.
You'll see the opposites. So, like for example, Cyber Monday deals for Walmart. Let's see here. Oh, they've got a Sony TV 75-inch for $898. I think this was on sale last week as well on Black Friday. It's a 4K TV with, oh, but look at this one. This one has Smart Google TV, which I haven't really played with, so I really don't know how to compare those, how to compare Google TV against Apple TV, against Roku, so I don't really know. Unfortunately, with all these TVs, as Steve Jobs always said, was that nobody has yet to come up with the perfect interface for a TV. It
No.
seems to be pretty cumbersome still, which is very surprising, uh, that we haven't come up with a single nice user interface to access a TV and the functions. It's still pretty lame. And of course, if you're looking for a PlayStation 5, those are available.
Oh, wow.
Of course, this is the one with the disc option. So if you're interested in buying games still physically instead of online, this is the disc option right there. It comes with Call of Duty, of course. The sad part about Call of Duty is I've had a couple of versions of it. I've never finished it. I haven't got past the second or third level. The sad part about that too.
It's funny. I don't even play in the games. So,
I mean, I don't, not a whole lot, because I just don't have time, Of course, the Xbox, same thing. Xbox, they've got, of course, they've got the Diablo version, which is $439. I kind of like that look, with the little cube. That looks kind of neat. But my Xbox is old already, so like I said, I have other things to spend my money on.
yes, sir.
Or better yet, I don't have a whole lot of money to spend.
And go to the Blackstone. 2 burner.
2 burner,
It's
22-inch. Yeah,
it's small.
it's small. But you know what? I have the 36-inch Blackstone, and looking back at it, it probably is ideal when you have big families, when you're
Hmm.
cooking. But one of the biggest problems that I have is I don't have enough space where I have it. So I've always thought, wouldn't it be nice had I just bought a smaller one like this? Because usually most of the time it's just us. And for 3 hamburger patties
Yeah.
or a couple of pieces of meat, this would suffice. You know, this would definitely suffice. So that's
Yeah, I
not a
think the
bad
only
deal.
time I had mine full of hamburger patties was when my daughter had a couple friends over
Yeah,
for a backyard play date,
yeah,
and we had hamburgers, so I put them on there, and that was the only time that the whole grill has been full.
yeah,
So, other
yeah,
than that, nope.
yeah. You know, that's really the only time, to be honest with you, is when it would be ideal to have something bigger than, like a 36 inch. But then, of course, they've got some TVs as well.
There's a Philips TV for how much?
40 inch.
Oh
That's
wow!
a full HD. It's not
And
4K.
it's oh,
And it's Roku based, yeah, for $128. Now that would be a good patio TV or an extra bedroom TV. That wouldn't be a bad deal right there. Let's see what else they've got. Let's see here. Did you ever get to build your daughter when they were small a dollhouse like this?
no.
Well, I actually bought one back when my daughter was small, and unfortunately, I never got to finish building it.
Why?
And they're not easy. They've got like 500 parts to them, and they're like itsy bitsy parts. And in the end of it all, it ended up in
What
the
happened?
garage. Stayed there in the garage, and then some of the parts got lost, and then we just threw it away. But my daughter still is upset that I never got to finish the dollhouse with her. So she always says, we should just get one so that you could make up for the one that you didn't build me when I was little.
See, hey, she has a point.
Right? So, but for any young dads out there, if you're thinking of doing one of these, I forewarn you right now, you're going to deal with 500 little parts. And then it doesn't come with a lot of the things like to paint it and stuff like that. It's just the basic stuff. You have to go buy the paints and all kinds of stuff at Hobby Lobby. The one that we got was from Hobby Lobby. But the furniture is separate too, by the way.
Wow.
So the furniture's separate, the paints are separate. There's a lot more than what a lot of people realize. Now mine, the one that we got was not this cheap. I think the most expensive is like $125, but that still didn't cover the rest of the stuff that you need to purchase. By the time you get to it, it's about $500.
No más.
Yeah. So that's kind of an interesting project when you're bored. Let's see here. And of course, they've got a deal on a freezer for anybody that likes to store meat and goes out
It's too
hunting and
small, isn't it?
7 cubic feet. That's bigger than the one that I have. I bought one that was much smaller, like a 3.0, and yeah, like this one, 5.0. You see that one right there?
Yeah.
That's small, and I'm talking from experience that it's small because I can barely fit stuff in there. Not that I have a whole lot of stuff to store, but I would get something like twice like the 10.3 cubic.
Yeah, I have a 10.3.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
What do you store in it?
We store hamburger meat,
Yeah,
hamburger patties,
yeah,
um, the chicken quarter legs,
yeah,
fajitas and all that good stuff.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
and we freeze it.
I bought one time, like I went to that place downtown that you can get boxes of quarter legs. And so I
I haven't
went,
been there.
yeah, you can go down there and they sell them by the case and you can, put them in bags and then freeze them. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a few of those in there, so
Downtown where?
downtown by St. Charles. It's a place,
Really?
yeah, it's a place that sells all kinds of stuff like for parties,
Mm-hmm.
when you're having parties. Best Buy.
Cool.
Best Buy caught my attention because I didn't realize that they were into this now. Doug's been, you know, hot and heavy about e-bikes for a long time. He
Right.
has one. He bought one here at Bicycle World.
Uh-huh.
And what caught my attention was that now Best Buy is selling the e-bikes. They're actually
I
selling the
didn't even know
brand.
that.
Yeah, they're actually selling the brand that he bought, and this caught my attention. He's got the Aventon, and they're now selling those. He actually went last week. I think it was Wednesday before Thanksgiving. He rode his e-bike from Rancho Viejo all the way to Port Isabel.
What?
Yep. And he was telling me did it against the wind, but of course keep in mind that he used his electronic motor to ride,
Help him out.
help him out. Yeah. But he went all the way. That's pretty far if you really think about it.
28 miles an hour, maximum speed.
Maximum speed, 28 miles an hour. That's of course if you're letting it do the pedaling. Obviously, if you want to do a little bit more pedaling yourself, you could probably go a little faster, but I'm not sure how long it took him. But basically, the thing about these e-bikes, it takes about 4 hours to charge, and I don't know what the total, how long it takes for the battery to last. But what's interesting is now that they're selling these e-bikes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool, you know.
I've seen a lot of people on the smaller e-bikes.
Uh-huh.
On those, the 199 ones.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of people on that. All right. You know.
I've always wondered, there is a relative of mine who is into these electric scooters. I've always wondered how they work.
Go to that 699 one, please. See. 40.4 miles, 18.6 miles per hour. All right, scroll down. $700. 5-hour battery charge time.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes about 5 hours. So imagine how long it takes him. And that's because he goes to Matamoros and back. You know? I've always been curious to see how those work.
I wouldn't mind having one of those. Just the 199 one is the one that catches my eye right off the bat.
Right?
You know.
Yeah. So that really kind of surprised me about Best Buy.
Interesting. I guess they're trying to market on different things.
Yeah, they are. They are trying to market on different things. But like I said, the thing about Cyber Monday is that, it's really more than just about electronics. There's a lot of other knickknacks, as you saw. There's all kinds of stuff being sold, and I don't know. I mean, out of all the products that I'm interested in, I probably need another Roku or two streaming device.
Mm-hmm.
So I may go ahead and get one tomorrow.
Well, that Fire Stick price, $19.99, is the same price that it has been forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not
So
really
it's
sure that it's an actual Cyber Monday price or not.
no,
The other thing,
because
the other
I just
thing,
got a new Fire Stick about Wednesday or Thursday
yeah,
at Best Buy. It
yeah,
was $19.99.
yeah. Yeah, it seems to be a standard price for whatever reason they want to make it seem like it's just a Cyber Monday deal, but you know. One
No.
thing I am gonna try to see tomorrow is I do have a computer here that I used as an alternative for streaming, and the motherboard burnt, and so I'm I'm gonna look to see if there is any motherboard sales because I have a processor for it. I just need the motherboard and the memory, and the memory's cheap, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
But I want to see if there's anything out there. The only thing is I can't wait much longer for that upgrade because as the processors change, so do the sockets on the motherboard. So
Right.
I need to eventually make that purchase so that I at least can leverage using it a little bit. But yeah, for whatever reason, it burnt out, and I just haven't had an opportunity to change it. But it would be nice to bring it back. It was actually my daughter's old gaming system, and
Hmm.
it worked fine until one day, I guess, on a power outage, it just crapped out and it never turned on again. So
And it happens.
it happens. It happens a lot more than people realize, you know.
Yep.
Electronics are very sensitive when it comes to spikes and electrical surges and things like that. And if you don't have the right surge protection, I mean, you're toast. You're toast, you know. So,
Yes, you are.
all righty. Well, that was the episode for tonight. I know we didn't go a whole lot through Best Buy, but you know, I didn't see anything that really caught my attention beyond the e-bikes. And like I said, the rest of the stuff is pretty self-explanatory. So,
Yes,
you
sir.
know.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well
Um,
we're still chasing 100 episodes. I think we're 3 short. So hopefully we'll be able to wrap that goal up by the end of the week, you know.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
No, I don't think so, you know. But
So,
you know, I know I was supposed to have that Elon special one on Saturday, but unfortunately other things happened and I couldn't make it, so I'll probably reschedule that one. We just had the Cyber Monday. We've got later on this week, we've got the preview of Thursday's game between Seattle and Dallas. And I'm diving into a whole new territories. If you didn't notice, on the 5th of December, we're going to do something different. We're going to deep dive into the greatest story ever told is about uh, the story of Jesus Christ and looking through the prophetic chapters in the Old Testament as well as the Annunciation in the New Testament and the Gospels. So for anybody that hasn't heard the story in its entirety or is open to hear about it, we're gonna have a 3 panel person discussion on it.
3 panel person.
Yeah, we're gonna have 3 people, one of which is myself and 2 others um, that are gonna participate. But it's basically just kind of telling the story from the book of Isaiah when it was first prophesied, all the way through the Annunciation and obviously the birth in Bethlehem, and of course the escape to Egypt. So it's gonna be kind of cool. It'll be something different. It's a good
Something
way to
different.
it'll be a way to kick off the Christmas holidays.
Christmas
You
season.
know, a lot of times we tend to forget that it's not about the jolly guy with the red suit and the 8 reindeer, you know. But
Yes, sir.
so it'll be kind of cool. It'll be an interesting story to do, but we're deep diving into a whole new area. We'll see how that goes.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, that's it for tonight's episode, everyone. We do apologize for the technical difficulties with the audio. I will try to figure out what in the world I did wrong, but hopefully I at least temporarily put a band-aid on it. So hopefully for the upcoming shows this week, we won't have uh, those audio
Any issues?
issues. But I kind of figured when I upgraded the software to this new
Something was
version,
gonna go haywire.
something was going to go haywire. And I kind of thought twice. I said, do you really want to do this? You know, that this stuff is new and anything can go wrong. But
Right.
I said, bite the bullet. We'll see what happens. So, alrighty, everybody.
Awesome.
Well, Steve, I know that you've been busy, burning the midnight oil with me all week. I'll tend to give you a little bit of a break, you know.
No, no, no. It's all good. It's all good. Hey,
So,
just call me up when you need me. All
alrighty.
right.
Well, I'm
Mm.
glad that it's snowing in your neck of the woods there.
Yes, yes, yes. Over here in my neck of the woods, it's snowing. All right. I know I live a couple miles away from you. I'll try and send the snow over there to your way. All right.
That's right.
Mm.
I want some snow,
Alrighty.
you know.
All right. So,
Alrighty.
you guys have a good night. Thank you.
All right, everybody, have a good night, and we'll see you later on this week. Bye bye.
Adios.
Give me a second here. I stop all these.